I'm not sure if we've got Rob Beachy, Eric Smart, Rory Jones. No, so Janet Begg, if you could come forward.
Good morning all, and thank you so much for the consultation document, which I really thoroughly enjoyed reading, every bit of it. I didn't get to the great big thing, of course, but this, I would love to see, this wonderful picture of a giraffe and a crane together on the wall somewhere, big, bold. It really spells out for me what Christchurch is. It's full of get up and go and do it. Wonderful. Now, when it comes to selling the assets, I just want to repeat what John Hanlon wrote in his song for the New Zealand Values Party in 1970s. We do not inherit the world from our fathers. We borrow it from our children. Thank you. So rise up, Christchurch. Didn't expect to be speaking right now. Heavens above.
Sorry.
On page 3, I've talked about keeping our assets, and I've just sort of repeated all the things that the Green Party have said and that has been distributed by Councillor Johansson and all the wonderful people. I agree with everything that they are saying. I really do, and I think you've got some great ideas of how you can keep the assets and still be afloat. Now, my major passion, of course, is public transport, and so I guess I'm really talking to the people who are on the mayoral forum, our own wonderful mayor and our own CEO. I think that you are the people who will be able to provide for me my one wish, which is that we should have an integrated, independent public transport board. I'm calling it a board rather than an authority. That's my way of getting around it. Because we did have a great Christchurch Transport Board, which worked very well, and even the union said it worked well with a red bus only. So I guess I really want to go back to the future.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's probably... So please, will everybody support the idea of having it integrated? I think it's really, really important, because every time I try to speak to somebody at council about it, they say, that's not us, that's ECAN. I write to ECAN, and ECAN months later will say, oh no, that's not us, that should be the council. Hopeless. And don't sell red bus, but have it as a partnership with the 3 greater Christchurch councils. So that we can own our own public transport. I have some problems with my next door neighbour, which is the Christchurch City Council's own Sydenham cemetery. It's got a dictator for an arborist who won't even allow the lovely landscape architect to say what she wants. And I've just been talking with Mr. Perryman as well about fruit trees, etc. Many of us would like to have fruit trees and nut trees in our Sydenham cemetery, which is going to have a new landscape plan coming up. But Abigail tells me, no, the arborist says we can't do that because we'll get rats, etc. Well, we've got 20 walnut trees there already that have been there for about 40 years, and everybody loves the fruit. And surely, to goodness gracious, we could have some good fruit trees around our area there. I think it would be a brilliant idea. How do we get over having somebody who's a total dictator about an area that should be part of the community? Help! And I think I've made a bit of a blue about talking about the poor little Selwyn Street area. I see that I've got an idea that I would like to see the council swap the area that they've got, that's just right alongside Brougham Street, as a reserve, and for another part that's now up for leasing, which must be obviously privately owned. That would make a much better area for a reserve, and put shops, etc., against Brougham Street. I don't live there, but I go past there every day, and I just feel that it really would like to have something happening, something nice.
Janet, can I ask you a question before you run out of time?
Oh, yes.
Please. I just want to know, would you and your neighbours want to adopt the Sydenham Cemetery? I mean, like...
It already has. Long
Yep.
before I even went there, it has been adopted by the Summerfield Residents Association.
Right, so you could work in partnership with the...
Well, we tried.
Right.
We tried.
So we can't talk about people that work for the council.
Sorry.
And I'm sure you meant that in a not a pejorative but a loving way. And the what you were saying was that she's utterly passionate about the type of tree that needs to be there, but you'd like to work in partnership as a community with the council to reflect on whether, with proper management and care in place, you could actually change the type of trees that are there.
There is a new plan coming up,
Right.
which we're not privy to.
Oh no.
Which is a bit daft.
But you are the friends of the cemetery. You should be part of
It's
it.
precisely. Thank you so much. You're quite right.
I think we can find a solution to this.
And I've been to the community board and asked them, and they don't know anything about what's happening either. It's all a very secret little thing.
Okay. Well, the chief executive is writing it down, so it's not a secret anymore.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a lovely area, and it's used so much by
Yeah.
people for walking and taking their dogs, and it's a very friendly place. It's
I know. We had a similar conversation with people who live around the cemetery in the centre of town. So, and we've also, with the Avonhead Residents Association, exactly the same conversation about the cemetery there. So there is a close association between cemeteries and their local communities because, for lots of obvious reasons. But look, thank you very much. And I often see you at the back of the room, and you are always smiling. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for presenting, and thank you for honouring the amateur artists who were the photographers for this. This was a competition. This was the winner, and the one that you chose was in the final, in the finalists. So thank you for noticing and for bringing pleasure to our hearing of the submissions today. Thank you.
It was lovely. Thank you, everybody.
And now, Barnaby Bennett, I expect the same from you, having read that wonderful article in the press the other day.